guys, how are you doing? Today is a very special day because the first time ever we are actually doing a full Autobahn acceleration test with our own McLaren 570 GT. Yes, a car that we have now almost a year, but we haven't really done a full Autobahn acceleration test with it yet and didn't really do top speed run. We didn't really, let's say, measure the full 100 to 200 time, but now I think it's the right time because the weather is getting better. The sun came out a little bit, so I think at least the track is dry or the Autobahn is dry to do some good times, because you know that those rear tires and those McLarens really need some temperature to get the best timing out. And actually today I want to find out if this car, at least 100 to 200, is the same speed or maybe even faster than a Porsche 992 Turbo S. Yes, the all-new Turbo S that more or less smashes all cars with a 650 HP. Very similar to this one, as it also got 3.8 liter, but of course this is a V8 and it got only 570 HP. Maybe some people say 600 HP is more the right figure, but nevertheless I want to try it out how fast the car goes. Of course the Porsche Turbo is a monster, 0 to 100. I think we don't even have to try that out because this car won't beat that time. But on the Autobahn, in more or less real life situations, I want to find out if our 570 GT can beat a Porsche 992 Turbo S. In order to judge about the times, I more or less searched the web for representative times. I've seen Automann-TV done a 5.9 with a coupe, a 6.3 100 to 200 with a convertible, and also Sport Auto did something like a 6.0 with a Turbo S coupe. So I would say probably a 5.9, maybe also in the direction of 5.8 is the time that a Turbo S can manage to 100 to 200k. But without further talking, I think it's now time to get on the Autobahn. We will put it in drive, we will put it in the track mode. I will actually leave the traction control on to keep everything as safe as possible. Potentially by turning the traction control off, even the 100 to 200 time could be better, but yeah, as said, so much torque, very light car. I don't want to mess around too much. One more try, 100 to 200. Let's see how the second figure is. I mean, this car is simply insane. Traction control, even under those harsh acceleration conditions, perfect, perfect. Those times are pretty ridiculous. All the times that I have driven today, I think I did about 8 or 9 runs, something like that. They were all below 6 seconds, 100 to 200. The piece of Autobahn is more or less flat. I mean, the most we had was 0.1% slope, and this was even uphill in the last run with a 5.87. So that is a 5.8 something that you get if you correct the time. Then the fastest time that we have done with this car was a 5.7 seconds 100 to 200. I think that is truly amazing considering the fact that it only got 570 HP, and it tells a good story that horsepower isn't everything, because this car, first of all, of course, it's light, but secondly, more importantly, besides that great engine, it is very, very aerodynamic. I mean, if you see the bottom of this car, it looks like an airplane. A Porsche is already flat from underneath. An Audi R8, of course, had a flat bottom and a diffuser in the end, but it's nothing compared to the McLaren. If you lift the car up, it is like an airplane, and the wind just goes underneath, and you just need less power to achieve those amazing times, more or less beating the mighty Porsche 992 S 100 to 200 on the Autobahn, or on the other hand, let's say, being equally fast as this car is. And that is also above 200,000 euro supercar, which just recently hit the market and is more or less, I would say, 6 years younger in development than this car here. Honestly, I'm blown away, and I'm very happy that we have chosen this car. I'm very happy that we had made the decision to go for this, let's say, this more or less unpopular McLaren 570 GT, a car that not many people know about, which is more or less the softer version of a 570S, which not by any means explains what the car is. It's actually, compared to the R8, this is a true supercar. But I'm very, very happy because the driving pleasure that you get if you put everything in race on a curvy country road, the steering is just simply superb. And on the other hand, this, let's say, Autobahn performance, high-speed performance is simply amazing. I will, of course, put it up against our Audi R8 once we have the chance to run that one on the Autobahn. Let's see how fast that car is. I'm expecting the R8 to be at least half a second slower, 100 to 200, and yeah, of course, only making advantage of that all-wheel drive up to speeds to 100. Other than that, you have more weight, you have less aerodynamics, you probably don't even have more power. That explains why the R8 cannot keep up with something like this here. Hope you enjoyed watching this. We will also do some slight modifications on our McLaren this year, design modifications on the outside, and I hope you enjoy this content. And yeah, tell me your thoughts. Tell me if you have expected that this car beating the Turbo S, the new Turbo S, or if that came by surprise. Let me know. Tell me in the comments. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, because there we have a lot of discussions, specifically on Instagram, going on around the background stories. And yeah, talk to you soon.